What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades, and I'm gonna do my video today as a tribute to Ren. Um, that's basically why I'm doing this. I want him to know that I loved him and he will be missed, man. He was like my kid, yo, and it hurt. I've been crying all day, man, and all day yesterday. It's been some of the hardest things I've dealt with in a long time, and I'm just so glad that I'm so far into my sobriety, when this happened because I'm strong. I'm strong now, man. And I'm gonna make my cat proud of me. So I'm just gonna live on in his name, and I'm gonna keep just succeeding. And because I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick of basically how Ren saved my life. So let's go back to 2012. I was living in a transitional housing program. I'd been clean for maybe a year, just starting to learn how to live again, being sober and, on my own. And I was in transitional housing. And the program that I was in, was self-governed. And there was some weird politics in there. But anyway, there was this manager that worked there that took an interest into Ren. So I got Ren when he was 2 months old, and this program is supposed to get you into permanent housing within 2 years. About 8 months into it, I was having some issues in the program, and he didn't know if I was going to make it the full 2 years to eventually get permanent housing from being in the situation that I was in. And so before he left the company, his last good work that he did there, I still had about 14 months left in the program. And he's like, well, I'm going to get you into permanent housing. He said, I'm not doing it for you. He said, I'm doing it for Ren, because you treat him so well. I can see how much you love him, and he's an awesome cat. He said, I'm getting you into housing because of your cat. And so that's kind of the story of how Ren, and this was almost 10 years ago. Ren was almost 11 years old, so young. He died of diabetic ketoacidosis. I took him to the vet 2 weeks ago, and they did no tests on him. He was fine 2 weeks ago, strong, playing, eating. Now that I think about it, I kind of see little signs now that I look back. But at the time, they were so subtle that I didn't know. But I took him to the vet, and they sent me home. And he died because of that. So, yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna do this video today. We're gonna move on. I'm very sad. Just because I'm in a good demeanor right now doesn't mean that I'm absolutely not just torn up inside, but I want to, go forward. So this is what we're doing. All right, guys, I just wanted to tell you that. It's been a struggle for me, but yeah, let's get into it. So actually today, before I even share my screen, let's talk for a second. What's up, everybody? We got King Love here. What's up? Good evening to you, my brother. Good to see you here. Thank you guys for, just kind of being there, listening to me. And what up, Just Forfeit, my internet buddy. Now we just got to find Dead Man. I'm going to reach out to him and be like, dude, I don't even care if you come to the channel, man. Just kind of, I miss talking to you. So I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, that's how I feel, man. I'm dying inside, but I put on a happy face because you know what? I'm doing it for Ren because he wouldn't want me, to just mope around. He wasn't that kind of cat, and he fought for me. I think the only reason that he lived as long as he did, because he almost died like 2 or 3 times. And every time he would go off and then he would come back, like when he didn't die, he thought he was going to die. He'd go off and try to hide somewhere, and I'd be there with him. And then I'd leave him alone for a minute, and he would come to me again. So we had a bond that is like no other. I mean, you can tell in the video that I posted on Telegram and Twitter before he jumps through the hoop. Watch that video. You can see the relationship that we had. It was just, I mean, we had the strongest relationship. Before he jumps through my arm hoop, he looks right up at me and meows, dude. And that right there, you can just see that connection. And man, I miss him really bad. But crypto is actually starting to recover. I did show you guys 2 different patterns the other day that I saw. I'm like, man, this is bullish. When you have multiple patterns that are all bullish, that means that you're most likely going to make a move to the upside more than it not actually breaking out and confirming. So we had two of these patterns confirm, which was an ascending triangle and an inverse head and shoulders. So what I think happened is it might have been a wonky inverse head and shoulders, but the ascending triangle broke out for sure. We didn't go up to 430, but I think we went up to about 410, 415. We're sitting at about 406 the last time I looked at it, and we'll see what it's at right now. But we're just going to do some TA today. I am going to come on tomorrow as well. Like I said, I'm going to power through for Ren, and we're going to do Jasmy and maybe a couple other cryptos because I was supposed to do it last week, and it seems like every time I plan something, something in life happens. But that's just life, guys. So bear with me there. Jasmy updated their circulating supply on CoinMarketCap and Coinbase to reflect correctly. Finally, was 5% released out of 50 billion coins, now 94% fully diluted. Bullish. Sweet. And we'll look at that tomorrow. Go check out Around the Blockchain if you haven't. Crypto is Good was on Around the Blockchain, and that's good for ICP. He actually had a Dfinity hat, a Dfinity logo on his hat in Around the Blockchain. So that's cool. And I guess they're moving from BitBoy Crypto's channel to their own Around the Blockchain YouTube. So I can't wait to see that. Maybe I'll be on there one day. So yeah, the skateboard cat. All right, so let's go into a couple things that I want to show you today. We're going to look at the internet computer. We're going to see if we see any more bullish, signs that are going to tell us we can or cannot move to the upside. And we'll see where we're going to go. I'll give you a couple price targets and then go from there. So let's get the shared screen out here. There we go. All right. So right into this here. As you see, we don't have a whole lot of volume. This is what I'm telling you right now. ICP has just been kind of flowing with the market lately. I think the bulls in ICP are waiting. And even with us not pumping a lot and only having $23 million in volume, we're actually moving up the ranks. We're at 39, now we're at 38. And that's because every crypto goes down when Bitcoin does and not just ICP. And ICP is outperforming other cryptos in price. So anybody who thinks that ICP is just the biggest loser is absolutely wrong. They don't know how ICP works. So what I'm trying to show you guys is ICP had a nice breakout of this ascending triangle. And I even possibly am going to say the inverse head and shoulders. So we're looking at a price target of about $4.30. I might say even about $4.26. But if you see right here, we have this inverse head and shoulders breakout right here. Here's the neckline. Nice, solid. And actually, I think it's kind of like this. I would have been okay and comfortable with that as a breakout point at 389. That would have been a good breakout point for me. I would probably go to about 392 to say that. Then when we actually broke above that $4 level, like I was saying, boom, that confirmed it. So that should have moved us about up to 430 according to the ascending triangle. But I think we did break out with the ascending triangle and not the inverse head and shoulders. So this is where we would go if the inverse head and shoulders break out, which is kind of halfway there. So, but the ascending triangle that I want to show you did break out for sure. And actually the inverse head and shoulders broke out, but it doesn't necessarily always go up to the top of where it should. That's just, like in a bull market, it might go to the top, but in a bear market, it's not always going to reach that level, especially, right now. But this is good. This is bullish momentum. I like to see a move up and then sideways. So if the next daily candle is sideways, we're good. Or if we keep going and pumping to the upside, that's good as well. But if we just flatten out at this level right here and create another ascending triangle, which is a continuation pattern to the upside, we could actually end up moving up to about 435, which would be good. That would be actually the top of that. So I really think we're going to continue bullish. Let's go into Bitcoin a little bit today because I want to give us an overall look of the market, because Bitcoin is basically the only reason things are moving right this second. People are really, really scared about a speculative market that has done nothing but dump. The thing is, I believe that all of those dumps were market manipulation. We weren't supposed to go down to 15. 17 was supposed to be the lowest, but then the market manipulation happened, and here we are. So the same thing with Bitcoin. We have the same inverse head and shoulders. We have the same ascending triangle on this one as well. Well, ascending triangle, maybe not actually, but yeah, the ascending triangle is not there. But guess what is there? Inverse head and shoulders. Booyah to the booyah to the booyah. And it goes down at a perfect angle like this. And as you see, the perfect breakout. And actually, I think this one went to its exact price target as well. I should have looked at Bitcoin yesterday or the other day, Monday. Because look, we basically hit that price target. You hear me? So that is almost perfect. And I was telling you on Internet Computer before it happened this time, guys, you're asking, oh, well, it's easy to get a pattern after it happened. I showed you both of these patterns before they played out. Good information at a good time. Even though I'm going through a lot in my life, I'm still giving you guys the latest and greatest and best information that plays out and actually happens. So I'm a bullish guy. Let's take a second, just to talk for a second. If you follow my channel, last year, before I even really knew technical analysis, I was spot on in the bull market. Because I understand the way crypto moves in a bull market because I've been in it. This is my first bear market, guys. Got to bear with me. Legit, that wasn't a pun. Bear with me. The next bear market, I'm going to understand the market better. I'm going to be way better for making money in the next bear market because I understand how it works nowadays. All right. I didn't understand how the bear market worked compared to the bull market. I didn't understand that those were very significant, and they are. They're probably one of the most things that you need to understand in the market. The good thing is, I was watching. I don't know who this guy is. Gosh, I can't remember the name. I'm watching him. He has a couple short videos, like the top 4 cryptos. He talks about Ethereum and a couple others. But anyway, he made a good point talking about the halving. He was saying, and this is something I always say. I'm not just taking it from him. I'm just telling you this because it's something that I say as well. With the halving, we see a pump either a couple months before the halving, or we could even see it 1 year before the halving because the pump either starts before, on, or around the halving. Last time, it started about 2 months before the halving. That's when we really started to pump. But if you think about it, our low in March of, what was it, 2019, because of the event, that was the low. We weren't supposed to go. It was probably only going to be 5,000. If that didn't happen, maybe 6,000. But if you think about when we started pumping, it was before the halving, and that was, everybody was talking about it, and the market started pumping. Bitcoin broke out of that $10,000-$11,000 big resistance that it had and moved up to 15. So if you really think about it, we are getting close. Probably the first part of 2023. I'm thinking around March, maybe April or May, but by the summer of 2023, I think we're going to have at least a good rally, like a good bull rally in a bear market at the worst. Best case scenario, we start to move out of the bear market and into the bull market. So we're actually in a really good area right now that we had our bottom in 2022, if this is the case, if we don't go any lower. Now, if we go lower, I think it's only going to be a wick down to get the rest of the weak hands out before we go up. But that doesn't have to happen. We could gradually climb. And that's what other influencers and people in the world are saying. And I agree with my technical analysis, because right now I told you we went up and then we flat. That's good. If we go up and then kind of down, that's not good. But if we go up to a resistance and then sustain that price, that is bullish, because if it goes sideways, that creates another ascending triangle, which is a continuation pattern, which says we're going to keep moving to the upside. I'm going to keep looking for inverse head and shoulders. I'm going to be looking. I think we might actually be playing off the ABC D corrective wave here. The Wyckoff accumulation, I think, there's a lot of different things that are happening that are bullish in crypto. And like I said, when you have multiple things saying bullish momentum, we can't just ignore them. When one thing, it could be kind of a trick from somewhere, but when you have a bunch of things that are saying, okay, this is a bottom, this is a move to the upside, and that kind of stuff. So If ICP does not make it to $100 by 2024, I'm gonna wax my chest. What? Oh my goodness, dude, that's too funny. Oh man, my internet connection's bad. I got a new router coming tomorrow, so hopefully that will help. If not, I don't know what to do. So, who else is an SNS1 whale holder? Oh, you're a whale? We got a whale here, people. SNS1 whale. Smash that like button. How is this speed to you guys? Is it glitching to you? Because it's glitching on my phone. You can hear me, but you can't really see me. That's what's happening. Here, let me try something. I'm gonna switch to my mobile hotspot, which means I got to get out of here. Sorry, guys. This is what I have to deal with, though. Like, being low income sucks, and crypto is what's going to get me out of my situation, guys. This time next year, I'm not going to ever have a yacht because I don't believe in spending money like that. I would rather give it away. But next year, I'll have good internet speed because I'll be in a different area. Hopefully, I want to move. So, all right, I'm going to switch my internet connection to my phone. It's pretty bad when your cell phone's hotspot works better than your home internet. And it's CenturyLink, just to let you guys know. Don't use CenturyLink. There we go. I'm back. Can you guys see me? Hold on. I think we're back. I think we're good. Is it better now, guys? I think it's got to be a little better. I don't think 400 tomorrow. Might take a couple more days than that. Let's see. Does that go up? Oh yeah, it looks like it's working good now. $4 tomorrow. 400. Unfreeze. Okay, I think we're back, right, guys? Okay, he's back. Okay, I got an airdrop and bought the pre-sale for NNS1 pumped. Nice. So that's how I buy a lot of my NFTs. If somebody gives me an airdrop, unless it's a really expensive NFT, then I like to buy them. So let's get back into this. I'm glad you guys are having a good day. Like I said, this video is in memory of Ren. He was my life. I love that little guy, and he will be missed. But let's see if there's anything else that we can find in the charts today. Let's do this. Okay, so I do want to go into the internet computer and Bitcoin, and then we're going to just look at a couple of those tokens. I want to see how they're doing. I want to make some money off of these tokens, so I think it's going to take a little while. They just don't have a lot of marketing going on for these tokens. So, but I'm going to get some moving averages out here because now that the pattern's played out, now we get to look to the moving average and the Bollinger and the RSI to kind of get a clue of where we could be heading now. So that's the cool thing is sometimes you can find a pattern to help you, and sometimes you get the RSI. Hold on, let's go to the weekly for a second just to see if we are above. We are so close. So this is when we become truly bullish, everybody, and this is going to be at about $4. Like I said, to break out of this RSI, we need to break out $4.30. I thought it might have been $4, but it's $4.30. So if we get over 30.54, this is going to be bullish momentum, a massive breakout of this big resistance level. And then I think we will make a move back up to $5 if that happens. And that will trigger a bullish momentum and a possible reversal in the entire market. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly RSI. And I want to kind of see it. I know it's not going to be anything like that, but I do at least want to, check it out. So let's get this RSI out here. Okay. So as you see, Bitcoin is well above the RSI on the daily, but let's go to the weekly. Oh, look at Bitcoin down here as well. Now look at this. This is going to be bullish for the entire market. As you see, when we hit this and broke under, we turn extremely bearish. Look at all that volume to break it down. So what happens, less and less volume means less and less selling going on. So now what we're doing is we're getting bullish volume. So what we need is to get more and more volume, break out of this level at the 34.52, which looks like we just went above it, and we're testing it right now. We're testing it right now. Above and below, we're testing that level. And if we break out on that, that means that we could possibly also go up a little bit on the RSI on Internet Computer. Bitcoin makes a further breakout to the upside, and we get some bullish momentum happening. I would really like to see that. The weekly on Bitcoin kind of looks horrible, but we do have a falling wedge on the weekly. So I like that. I really like that. So the first falling wedge, look at that. So we just broke out of the first falling wedge right there. See that? Boom. That would have been a falling wedge here. Because there we go, falling wedge. And then now we're at another falling wedge right here. So we broke out of that one, which should have brought us to possibly, the top of one of these things, but it didn't. It did break us out to the upside a little bit. But if we do break out of about 19,400, we are going to, go possibly to 30,000. That's on the weekly, and that isn't going to happen very soon. But that is the possible ramifications of Bitcoin on the larger time frame. That it is ready for a bullish momentum. Back to 30K, back to 25K or something. It might not hit all the way to 30K. We might hit this 25K. Big resistance, go back down and touch about 21, and that's what I see for a massive recovery. Now, right now, we're just trying to get back above to about 19K, and that will be really big resistance at 19.5 because that was a huge level of support going down. So it's going to be a massive area of resistance going back up. But if Bitcoin, starts to get bullish, then we also have this massive falling wedge on ICP as well, which could possibly break out to the upside. And we are getting to that level to test it, well, look at this. So if you do it like this, we already broke out of it. But I mean, if you follow all of those lines like that, we did break out of it here, went back under it, and then broke out of it again. But I would take it back out here and say this. And then even right here, yeah, this is a descending wedge right here. Dang, that's almost a symmetrical triangle, but it's going downwards. So yeah, that's a falling wedge right there. And that one breaks out at about 430. So if we can, and that's on the weekly, guys. So the Bitcoin breakout's at 19.5, but the Internet Computer breakout is only at $4.50. So, and we're real close to getting back above that RSI. Bitcoin is above it right now. We're testing it. Things are starting to turn around. We might have seen the bottom already. Let's see. Let's go into ICP swap now, and we will take a little bit of a look. I'm going to keep this going. We'll have one more little Q&A at the end, and then I'm going to be done because I want to not waste your time, but also make Ren proud and help you guys make money too. So not financial advice, common sense, entertainment purposes only. All right, so let's connect that up. Let's go to the charts of tokens. So I've noticed the best way to make money. Oh, look at these. We went up to about $1,300, several $1,306 about four times today. So you guys wanted it to go to 400. How about $1,306? No, I'm just kidding. Don't. That's a joke, guys. This is just the price oracle, and it jumps like that. So yeah, don't pay attention to that. There's probably a reason for that. I just don't know it. Wrapped ICP. There's only 34,574 wrapped ICP. There's 7,840 holders. So that's a lot of holders. Marketplace transactions, 7,664. Total volume wrapped ICP, 11,000. That's a nice amount. Listings, 6,500. And that's just in the marketplace. Cycles, 3.095 T cycles. ICP 405. Blocks, 1.43 billion. Blocks per second, 36.6. That's cool. They have a lot of this information right here. That's really cool. I never noticed that before. And then you go down here to swap tokens, and then we're going to look at the price. So everything's kind of down. Whale's up a little bit. Baby Aeroff is doing pretty decent, and Cloud is still going up. And I was telling you about this the other day when it was pumping. It was up like 30%. Now it's up about 2%. OGY. Now, OGY is going to be doing a partnership with Yummy Marketplace. And you're going to want to pay attention to that, because normally when partnerships happen, it's a possibility for the token to pump. So I would definitely be looking at OGY, buy the rumor, sell the news. So there's a rumor that's happening. And once it does happen, that's when you sell it. So now would be the time. Well, there's that rumor. It doesn't mean that it is going to go up. That's a chance you would have to take. But that's the normal way of the market. These are still very new tokens. So just be careful. If you want to take a risk, that's up to you. But I like these tokens. I think they're going to do good in the long run. I think right now they're being very, very tested of being released at a time in the market where there's so many scandals and there's just so much, bearishness in the market. None of it really has anything to do with ICP or its tokens. But it does have to do with kind of risk assets and, what people are willing to buy at this point in time in, history. So, but I really think, these are the ones to look at. And that's why I keep making videos about them, even though they weren't doing great in price. As you see, we are still at a really low price, but this is a good entry point. At the lowest price, basically, that this coin has ever been. It might have been a little bit lower at 1 or 2 points. But once this takes off again, we could make a lot of money. And that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not going to put $10,000 into this, guys. But I would think a couple $100 is, okay to risk. Or if you don't want to do that much, even 100 or whatever you can afford. Or if you can't, just don't. It's up to you. Whatever is your situation, you can only know that yourself. But for me, I'm buying this, when I can, for sure. So I'm not saying I'm buying it right this second because I can't, but I will as soon as possible. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely going to put 5 or 10 million in my pocket. You could get there 157,300 per ghost or per wrapped ICP, ghost per wrapped ICP. So it would only take 10 ICP for 1.5 million, 20 ICP for about 3 million. So if you wanted, say you did 100 wrapped ICP, 15 million ghosts, that's about $400. So that's what I'm thinking. I want to do is like 100 ICP. That would be a really good investment at this low price. You might lose, but if you're holding it until you do gain, or, what I would do is I'd say, I'm going to hold this until it either goes to 75 ICP, at the worst, and I won't hold it any lower. If I put 100 in there, I'll say I'll hold it. And if it goes lower than 75 ICP, I'm willing to lose 25 on the chance that I could gain like 1,000 or, a couple hundred or a couple thousand ICP. This is a risk asset, you guys. You need to understand that it isn't a guarantee when you buy into these tokens. Most people are 90% of the people are going to lose money. So if you buy and sell at the right time, you can make money. And if you have, say I won't sell till, it goes down to 75 ICP. And if it goes up to 200 ICP, then I'll sell, for on the upside. So you always have to have, criteria before you make a purchase. If not, you're like, okay, I'm just going down with the ship. That's not smart on any project. But if you're willing, to go to a certain level thinking that, okay, if I lose this much now, I believe that I will gain more than that later, and then hold it till then. And that's what this is right now. Because I was trying to think of how I could, pitch this in a way, and they're not paying me or any, no, this is just my personal opinion on this. And I do like the project. I like the NFT. They have a lot going for it. But I don't want you guys to lose a lot of money. And that's what I'm saying, set up, something just in case it doesn't keep going up. And, but if it does, and it's a good project, it should, and it hasn't really went a lot lower than this. So this has been kind of a target key point is around 150. It goes up to about 145, which is, a little bit cheaper. So it really hasn't gone much down from here. So this is a pretty good purchase, in my opinion, for myself. Now, for you, you have to make that decision on your own and in your own finances in life, because I don't know that. But a lot of volume came in to Dog Me the other day, so that's pretty good. Now, price here on Dog Me, it's about 51,270. They have found a nice little stable price right here. It did dip below it briefly, but again, I would do the same exact thing with Dog Me that I just said for Ghost. I would find a good entry point if you did feel like risking it, because look at all the upside, especially, what happens to this crypto when we start to go into the bull market. What if you want to hold this crypto? Because I think Dogme is going to be around here, because Dogfinity is probably going to be around here, and this is his project for the Dogme NFT. And I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. They're established in the community, and so I personally know these people, and they're fighters, they're pioneers, they're warriors, they're leaders and innovators. So I just don't think that this is going to go away, and I don't think Ghost is either. They're gung ho. There's a community behind it, and there's a development team behind it, and they have ICP and Dfinity to back them, guys. So Dfinity really looks out for its developers. Let's just talk about that for a second. So even if the tokens aren't doing the greatest right now, I want to support them. I love these projects. Dfinity is supporting them financially, marketing wise. They are doing everything they can to not only build up the internet computer blockchain, but to support the developers on the way. That's why we have the most developers basically across the board right now. More people are flocking to the internet computer when it comes to developers than any other blockchain. And there's a reason for that, right? Because it's innovative, but there is help. There's ways to get you off of the ground and get started. There is that drive that Dfinity has to be successful, and they are willing to invest in people. They invested in me, and then boom, we got 6 figs on here. Who knew that was going to happen, right? When they hired me, they didn't know that I was going to onboard anybody else, but I was like, man, I love this project. And also, I want to help 6 figs, if he can get some money. But also, I want somebody to talk to ICP about, like an influencer. So it just all worked out like so perfectly. They provided the support I needed, to do everything. And that's a project I can get behind. There was a little bit of a problem with the community award grant for a little while, but that's because of all the overwork for the people that were running it. As soon as they found out there was a problem with it, they did everything in their power to fix it immediately, and everything is fine now in that program. So I just think that, Dfinity supports their people. They are not going to give up. They're not just going to go away overnight. They don't have big millions, billions of dollars in debt that they owe people. They don't have a bunch of new venture capitalists. They have the cheapest data storage fees. They have the cheapest gas fees of all crypto. And Internet Computer is the only crypto that is directly integrating with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Vitalik Buterin is not only saying ICP is a sister network to Ethereum, he is also coming to the defense of Dominic and Dfinity, saying someone was saying something about fraud or scam. And Vitalik was like, no, Dfinity is definitely not, and Dominic are definitely not fraud or a scam. And this comes from the co-founder of Ethereum. And he understands smart contract platforms. Now, if you're going to follow anybody in the space that understands things, it would be people like Vitalik, that give away billions of dollars in Shiba Inu because he doesn't care about money. Those are the people that we want to follow, the ones that care about innovation over money, that care about the product more than their Ferrari outside. So, oh man! You make me fall over, bro. Thank you so much. Super sticker. Man, that's cool. All right. Let's go into the comments. If you guys haven't, go over to ICP Swap and test out their version 3 testnet over there, and you could possibly win up to 50 ICP. You're not guaranteed it, but they're giving 50 ICP to one person, 25. Hold on. 100 people get, 50 people get 25 ICP? Damn it, now I forgot. Anyway, you go check it out over there. I think one person gets 50. 25 people get 2, I think, or 50, 25 or 50, and then 100 get 1 ICP. Jeez, that was so hard for me to say for some reason because I forgot. Anyway, forgive me. I didn't sleep the other night. I was up with Ren all night, but I did get a good night's sleep last night. Bitcoin is over the short-term moving average, but under all the longer ones. I think next year is going to dump us. Ooh, okay. You think there's more pain coming? Ooh. Then that's possible too. We could have one more, like I was saying, one more big dump, and even go down to like 14K on Bitcoin. But I don't want that to happen. But always know that that's a definite possibility. It is the crypto market. That's all I can say about that. I say hold on to them. I think the NFT floor price might go up soon. So yeah, that's the thing. If you're investing in these tokens, the thing I noticed is that when the tokens pumps, the NFTs pump too. So like in the beginning when Ghost had its massive rally, I bought a Ghost before the Ghost token came out. I bought a Ghost NFT for like 1 ICP at the floor price at that time. And then it went up to like, I think 10, the floor price, or so, I don't know what it went to, but it was pretty high like right away. I like 10x my value in my NFT. And if I should have sold it. But I was like, oh, I'm supporting Ghost. So I still have all my Ghost NFTs. I tried to sell them, but for a high price. Because I believe the higher price you sell it for, the more it establishes the project. And the cheaper, so the thing is, if you sell it at the cheapest price, it'll help the price go down. But if you buy it at a higher price than the floor price, it brings, the whole thing up. And it depends how many people are selling for the floor price and how many people are, selling and buying above that floor price. And then plus the market, the tokens. There's just so many things when it comes to NFTs that you have to look for. And plus, you can't just trade them. They're not liquid, right? You have to have somebody who's going to buy them. And that is the one thing that has got me into a little bit of trouble in my investment. I get too much non-liquid items that I can't, like staking. I have stuff locked away, and then NFTs, which you can't sell right away. And I'm learning to navigate that, guys. And I might do a video on that, actually, because if it's something I'm going through, that's where my best videos come from, is when I go through something in the crypto market, and I'm like, hey, dude, what if other people are going through that? And so I think I might make a video on stuff like that, like how to overall keep your portfolio in order when it comes to having liquid, cash, stable coins, NFTs, and you have to section them up and divide them. And this next grant that I get, which is probably going to be my last, unless I, am invited back for the new grant program later on, or I apply for it later on. But for right now, this next payment, it is really going to go into section off. I'm budgeting like, no other now. I'm going to really get on top of my stuff, and then I can, teach you guys how to do it. And I think that's where I'm at right now, is just really getting my stuff together, having it just, 1, 2, 3, get my ducks in a row. That way, I always have, what I need. And I'm not always scrambling like, oh crap, now I have to sell an NFT. And then so the thing is, when you do that, you have to sell the NFT at floor price in order to sell it right away. So you never want to find yourself in a situation where you don't have enough liquidity or liquid money. Liquidity. I don't think that's the word. Liquid money though, like money that can be spent, so they have a staking on ICP Swap for Baby Aeroff lasting 24 more days or so. Yeah. Oh, and there is new ones. Baby Aeroff. That's an actual good one. I really like them because they airdrop me an NFT, and I think they airdrop me some Baby Aeroff tokens. So I might actually, like I said, I like to buy stuff from people that give me airdrops. And Baby Aeroff, they did a nice little airdrop for everybody for the NFT and the tokens. So I think that's on my list of stuff to buy. I think I want to look into cloud. I'm still going to do that video hopefully this week. You got to bear with me with what happened. But stake Baby Aeroff on ICP swap. Last I checked, it was 800% APR. Yeah, you got to be careful with those high APRs. But at the beginning, a lot of the ICP tokens have had big APRs, but then the price goes down. So you need to get in and out of these tokens as quickly as possible. So what I would do, the best way that I've found for ICP tokens is buy it when the token comes out, make a nice little profit, and then wait a couple of weeks for it to, and then find its floor, then buy back in at the lowest price. Then you already made a profit. And then you're buying at a low price, like say where Dog Me or Ghost is right now. If you bought at the beginning, sold, made a profit, wait till now, you can't lose. I mean, that is the way I've noticed with ICP tokens. All of them do the same thing. They pump for a minute, and then they find their legs where they land. Almost everyone has done that. So that's just my advice. Not financially, though. God, that is not advice. I don't know why I said that. That is wisdom. God, it's stupid. But you do have to say stuff like that, because what if somebody thought I was a financial advisor, just clicked on for a second and was like, oh, he told me to buy it. No, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is me. I'm the same as you guys. I just have a channel. Thanks. I'll check it out tomorrow. ICP swap. They are great. Cut Action. I don't know who you are, but I like that name and I like your logo, and I've seen you on here a few times. So thank you for being part of the channel. King Love, freaking awesome moderator. Elena is freaking one of our huge members of the community. I wish I could give you can I give you some kind of a logo or something, like to say that you're like I don't know, like a frequent member of the channel or something. Like, I don't know how to do that. I think that'd be cool if they had those, like, just give out like special, underline your name or something, or give you a star or a sticker for being like one of the most active people on here or something. I'm going to look into that, because I believe in rewarding people for, their kindness and goodness. So even if they don't want it. If you zoom out of the chart for ICP all the way, that falling wedge is massive. Yeah. And I've done that before. So imagine if that falling wedge breaks out and goes to the top of the wedge. We'll see ICP at like freaking $100. So that would be cool. I have no idea what cloud is, but I got some. Yeah. So, and some of these tokens, I don't have to look them up beforehand. If they're on ICP swap, and I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's just because I get lazy sometimes for myself. But when it comes to you guys, I always do the research. Now, I think ICP is the Solana of the next bull run. And what I think he means by that is, do you remember the last bull rally, how Solana did? How it went from like practically, under $1 to what, $200 or something, like crazy high. It 200x. It just, I think that's what they're talking about here. So I almost got cloud until I saw Baby Aeroff. Yeah, so they both kind of came out kind of side by side. It was a couple days apart, but I saw it live at the 1300. I was like, I don't have 30K over here. I mean, you can't sell it at that price. So yeah, don't pay attention to that price, Oracle. I don't know why it does that, guys. There's a reason behind it though. I regret selling my 400 trillion. Ooh, you had 400 trillion what? Oh, cloud. Was it cloud that you got? I mean, the only other trillion thing would be like Shiba Inu at the very beginning, but then you'd be an absolute millionaire. Oh, you got a trillion cloud for less than 10 cents? Dang. Okay. Yeah, that's why it went up so high, is because it had so many zeros that it, just even a zero, you're freaking 10xing, you know? Box is on Plethora 2 now. Sucks because I have Moonwalkers and Boxies, but I'm locked out because Plethora doesn't integrate with Stoic, only Plug. Why can't you use Plug? You could always send your NFTs from your Stoic to your Plug. I mean, I like Stoic, but it doesn't integrate, but you could do that. You know, you don't have to move all your stuff. Just move it when you use it and then send it back to Plug. I mean, it costs nothing to send them. So it isn't like it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You just send them for basically nothing. Cloud has staking too, but the API is not listed. Okay. Cloud and box price. Okay, we can do that real quick. Please. No. Ooh, Baby Aeroff is up 10% now, and Cloud is down 10%. So somebody just took their money out of Cloud and put it into Baby Aeroff. That's what I just see here. Down 10%, up 10%. So the money just went onto Cloud into, I don't know. That's what it looks like, though. Okay, Baby Aeroff. Look at this. Ooh wee, look at that. Man, there is a lot of money to be made in this one. And it just did another pump, broke out of this kind of ascending triangle right here. Boom. And then went back under it right here. And then broke out again. So there's big resistance from about 0.0003 all the way up, you know, to about 0.0004. So we are in a massive area of resistance. I definitely wouldn't be buying Baby Aeroff at this price, but it could go up even further. It is still pretty new in the market, and I don't know if it's done pumping yet. So this would be a very risky buy right now because you could really gain some money if it does go up higher. I don't know. I'm not gonna make a speculation on this one. I am gonna make a speculation on Internet Computer real quick. I think we are gonna go up and test $4 and $44.30. But for right now, we could also go back down and touch about 350 if we do break down again in the market. So that's the bottom of the wedge and the top of the wedge on the weekly. Now, I am going to go into Cloud. It did just dump 10%, but let's look real quick to see the price of it, though. Okay. Now, this looks like a bull flag. That is a definite possibility right here. So we could have a massive bull flag in Cloud right now. We had this big dump right here, kind of plateaued. Boom, nice pump. Boom, all the way up here. So I think we could even go all the way back up here. Actually, this looks like a good purchase right now, in my opinion. Not financial advice, common sense. It's a bull flag, right? I definitely would be buying a bull flag. Definite. We do have, all right, but we got to pay attention to these wicks too, though. All right, we have massive buying right here. Okay, then we do have a spinning top, though. But this is a bull flag, a bull flag. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it might break out to the upside. I think there's a big amount of support going all the way even down to here. So I think even if it goes down a little bit, then it might pump. It could be a fake out. But if that bull flag doesn't play out, it could really dump even back to this level right here. So be careful. These are very, very risky right now, everybody. But they could be really, really good opportunities. So now what I want to do real quick is go to the daily, then the 4 hour. We're just going to kind of speed through this now. We did just break out of the moving average on the daily. We do have upward momentum on the EMA. We're above that at 396 on the EMA 9. Let's look at the EMA 21 real quick. And we are at 405. We are above the EMA 9. We are holding it as support right now. This is exactly where we want to be. The next stop is going to be about 426. If we do hold this support, if not, we go back down to about 396 to hold that EMA 9. Then we'll also test that simple moving average of the RSI. But right now it says we have well enough volume to sustain the price to the higher side. So that's good. Things look bullish right now on the daily even. So now let's go down to the 30-minute so that we can kind of see where we are right here. So we did kind of get overbought, went up like this. But the good thing is we have this massive type of ascending triangle right here. And it broke above it and then went right back down into it. But we're at a nice level of an upward trending support. As you see, we wick below this, come up, wick below it again. Um, but yeah, it looks like it's pushing up. It does. So I think we're bullish right now. We are under this and we are under the simple moving average, but that's because we got up here and we had to reset. So this is just testing the simple moving average right now. When we go up, I don't think it's going to take much to break it, honestly. So let's go to the hour. And the kind of the same deal. We're broke below it there. This support or resistance has gone back a nice ways. So, this is a nice ascending triangle. This could actually go down further as well, like that. So, now let's go to the 4-hour right here. Okay. So, wow, actually, look at this. It goes way back. Booyah. Massive ascending triangle. Right there. So, and that's on the 4-hour. This is good. Now, do we have? Yep, we had an inverse head and shoulders right here that broke out. And now we're just going up, kind of finding ourselves right here, touching the moving averages and moving up. 399 and 404 is the EMA 9 and the EMA 21. Let's go out to the EMA 50 real quick. Everything's looking good. We had a good pattern play out. We're above the simple moving average up here on the 4-hour. We're above the EMA 50. We're above the EMA 9, the EMA 21. Let's look at the EMA 100. Whoa, what just happened there? EMA 100, dude. Okay, so we're above the EMA 100 too at 399. Are we above the EMA 200? No. So the EMA 200 is going to be our resistance, guys, at 428. I said 426, but yeah, 428. So that's our massive resistance is 428. We are starting to get overbought up here, but we're still above the simple moving average, going down to test it again. So I think things are actually looking pretty decent all over the charts. And the two right now to watch, the two tokens to watch that could have a breakout right now are Baby, Air Off, and Cloud. The ones that are a good price to find that have already bottomed out are Ghost, Dog Me, NDP. OGY is going to have a big integration with Yummy coming pretty soon, or collaboration. So there's a lot of stuff, happening. The Bitcoin integration is going to get set. It was supposed to be out in September. So October, November, December. It's got to come out sometime soon, right? So that's why I say buy the rumor, sell the news. Because when that Bitcoin integration comes, we might double in price. Just know that. Because we're talking about billions of dollars in wrapped Bitcoin that can now be processed on the internet computer. This is going to be huge, guys. That is going to be one of the things that absolutely separates ICP from every other crypto in the game. No one else does this. And when it actually happens, if it goes off without a hitch, you better watch out. And you better have already bought ICP before then, because if not, yeah, you're done. You're done. All right. Yes, just looked at the stake price. Oh, you wanted me to look at box price? Okay, well, I looked at Cloud and Baby Air Off. We'll look at box another day. 2K APY? Jeez. Well, I don't know about scammy. I think the less value of the token, but be careful with that. Like, yeah, be careful. Like, think scammy, but because 2K is crazy. It just is. That is the biggest risk you could ever take. Is to, yeah, seriously. But there's money to be made. The more risk, the more money. But I think those, man, I'm not doing it. I don't want to. Close to it. Yeah, look at the TVL. It's almost nothing. Total value locked. Yeah. Oh, zero total value locked. Yeah, stay away then, guys. Be careful of Cloud. What is it? Baby Aeroff has a bull flag right now, though. That could be a good one. The more people add in liquidity, the lower the API and its open beta. Yeah. So, and the more secure and the less, likely it is to crash. You need more liquidity, which will increase the price over time, which will increase the network, which will, secure the price a little more. But it's a risk asset. So it's risky no matter what, no matter how much liquidity. So I would not risk it unless you are insane like me. Well, or you want to have fun. Money is just money, guys. So a risk, money is just money to me. So he said that's why I put in a dime. Yeah, what if you made like $1,000 off of 10 cents? That would be crazy. Warning, Cloud probably not a scam, but they are the first to open up a pool before doing any pre-sales. Okay. Weird. I want to look into them now. Maybe if we all lock in $2 in Cloud, others will jump in. Hey, I'll do it if you do it. Is it a cloud-based smart contract, though, so it's got some good bones? Oh, okay. As per the name, might not be the bottom layer for a cloud storage network, so I'm going to see what I can dig up about Cloud. Okay. What's the NFT with huge screen that shows people the activity of ICP on the screen? Is that like a question? Isn't it ICPCS? ICPCS? Isn't that it? I know a lot of ICP stuff. You're trying to stump me. No, I don't know that much. Uh, Forfeit rocks. Okay, Jeff, get some lunch tomorrow on me. Oh, thank you, buddy. Forfeit is the true king. Jeff deserves it. Oh, you do. You guys all support me, and I appreciate it, man. Especially, just Forfeit. You're amazing, man. Thank you so much. Watch Yo profanity. Okay. Calm down. My mouth is okay. It was hurt for a little while when I put my teeth in, but yeah, it's actually doing pretty good. I'm gonna get my teeth pulled here soon, guys. Probably after the first of the year. So you're gonna see me with no teeth pretty soon. All of them are gonna be gone. I have periodontitis, so I gotta get rid of my teeth. They hurt just too bad, man. Most of my teeth are loose. They look good though, right? You couldn't tell I had teeth. But they're horrible. It's not my teeth that are bad, it's my gums. They look really good. I'm like, that's what it looks like to have bad teeth? Okay. But by 2-year-old, ICP will definitely be staked for at least 16 years longer. I think a lot of people are going to stake their ICP for a while. People stake their Ethereum without even knowing when they were going to get it back. So people are going to really start staking ICP. People love staking. Look at my staking videos. They do absolutely crazy amounts of likes and crazy amounts of views because people love making passive income. Okay, I'm going to call it a night, guys. We're hitting that hour level. Don't buy anything with huge risk unless you understand that it's your own risk. Yeah, and you can't get mad at these companies, that do this. They can't control the price. They don't control the price. They just put it out there, and then whatever happens, happens. So the risk is on us, not them. It's not their fault. So thanks for the financial advice. Oh, yeah. No, not financial advice. You are just in crypto to make money, buy Bitcoin. If you're in crypto to buy money, just to make money, do what Michael Saylor said and wait 4 years. There's not been one person that has ever bought Bitcoin and lost money if they held it for 4 years because of the way the halving works. It's a built-in supply and demand model. It's common sense. That's why I say that. Some of these things are really common sense. Thank you, Bitcoin Renegade. Are you in Twitter? I will follow you. Actually, that's a good question. Bitcoin Renegade on Twitter. There's a 3 in the R right there. If you see it'll come back through again. Also, I have a website, bitcoinrenegade.net, for ICP blogs, videos, and other crypto and Web3 educational information. It also has a basically you could call it a link factory for good stuff on Dfinity. I'm not affiliated with Dfinity. They gave me a grant. I built a website with a page dedicated to them. That's basically the extent of it. So that being said, guys, goodbye and good Bitcoin.